when should I start increasing my gig payment requirements? And that's from Mukundi_T.
Well done, you got it, brilliant. All right, so you're getting paid, you want to up your payments. At what point's the best time to do it? This is a complete supply and demand answer and a complete supply and demand question, because so many people are trying to get more money and they haven't got the work in the first place. And that goes for a solo musician trying to get work, that goes for a band, originals band, that goes for a covers band trying to get more work. Firstly, have we got enough work coming in? Can we get more work? One thing, if you're a teacher and you're trying to find students and you're trying to push your payments up, one thing that I always say, and I would say this for covers bands, I would say this for teaching, I'd say this for any musicians, and that is never ever stop advertising. Okay, because the tendency is you get to the point where you go, oh, I'm full, I can't do any more teaching, or I haven't got any more space on Saturdays for gigs. But what you do is you carry on advertising and you carry on getting in as many inquiries as possible, because what you can do if you've got more inquiries than you can do the gig is you can put your payments up. So if you start teaching at £20 an hour and you say I've got 10 slots, and all of a sudden you have 10 students and everything's golden, if you stop advertising, nobody's going to come through unless it's word of mouth, and people will start to drop off, and then you have to start advertising again and there's a dip. However, you've got your 10 slots which are full, at which point you carry on advertising, someone phones up and you say, I'm really sorry, I haven't got any more space. First rule, sold out. That rule of sold out is really, really important. That's at the point where people are like, wow, you're sold out. You must be good. Social proofing, rule number one. But secondly, you say, do you know what? I'm going to put my prices up. So you go back to your 10 students, or I'm using teaching as an example. You go back to your 10 students and you say, look, I've been doing this for a while. I'm having to put my prices up. They're going from 20 to 25 pounds. 2-3 people say, oh, it's an outrage, I'm not doing this anymore. And they leave, and you have spaces for the new people to come in, but you're making more money per hour than you were before. That is a supply and demand standard business rule. Firstly, you need to get the work in. That's the key. Once you've got the work in, that's when you put your price up. What people tend to do is they tend to say, I need more money, I'll just put my prices up. The problem is that's not supply and demand. That's just you putting your prices up. It makes it much harder for you if you're not already getting the work in. So the first thing you've got to do is you've got to inflate what it is that you're doing around your marketing, around your advertising. Make sure that phone is ringing. If that phone is not ringing, you don't put your prices up. You don't have to put your prices down, but you look to how you're going to get more people in. And that could be a cost issue. It could be more marketing. It could be more advertising. It could be spreading the word. It could be offers. It could be deals. It could be a million different things. But we have to get that phone ringing. When do you put your price up? You put your price up when you've got that option. Or more importantly, when there is no other option, because you can't put any more work into the diary without either taking someone else on or losing some work in the first place. So if you've got every Saturday booked for the distant future with your band and you're thinking, oh, this is no good, I've got no more spaces, well, for next year, that's when you put your prices up. So for the following year, you get more money for that year. And if you get to the point, and the good thing with this, it works the other way around as well. You put your prices up, you put your prices up, you put your prices up, all of a sudden, you're not getting the work comes in, you can always drop it again. There's no law to where prices need to be set when it comes to this stuff. So if you just say, look, if I'm gonna go out and do a gig as a musician, I want paid 200 quid, great, that's what you wanna get paid. If you can get that, winner for you. If you can't get that, don't charge 200 quid. Simple as that. If you can get loads of work at 200 quid, try 250. If you can do that, try 300. It's more about supply and demand, trying things out and getting to the point where you can charge it. And if someone else can charge 300 and you're not getting the work, it doesn't mean you can up your price to that as well. What it means is you need to find where you're at and then get the work in at that point and then move up from there.